LVZ.
Shalom, sis. Can you zoom in on that? Can you see that good? Can y'all see? Can y'all see my new thumbnail?
White
I'm selling
supremacist
this right here.
tears. White
Yeah, I'm
supremacist
selling
tears.
that. Yes, ma'am. I'm selling that. I'm selling that. We selling that now.
Hmm.
You know.
That's for tears.
And
Oh, white supremacist tears. Mm-mm-mm.
yeah,
I guess
yeah,
we're
yeah.
all out of white wine, huh?
Yeah. So we just selling. I got. You'll take a case, Spencer. I got that for you,
Yeah,
baby. We got that.
yeah.
We shipping that out to you.
He has the white supremacist tears. I got the white wine.
Yeah, yeah. So y'all. So look, y'all. In honor of the tariffs, y'all need to get some of these white supremacist tears and some of this white wine to keep y'all. It's all free from tariff. This is all American homegrown white supremacist tears. Go on, get you a
Mhm.
40 ounce of this. Get
Yes.
you wine.
All right. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Boy, I tell you, if this was not the craziest week, it was a crazy week for me. Absolutely crazy.
Indeed.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
we already know about Karmelo Anthony. Well, the family had a press conference yesterday, and we're going to watch the entire thing and then, do our usual critique on it. And, just to let you know, the father of Austin Metcalf showed up, but they ended up making him leave. He tried not to leave, but they made him leave. So that's in the beginning. but he didn't really do nothing but just stand there. I guess that was him trying to intimidate. Now you know where his sons get the bullying from. There you go.
No bullshit. See, man, if somebody stood their ground on his bitch ass, people be mad. People be mad.
He did this what his son did. He came to them. They did not come to, his sons, his twins at all. They made their way over to Karmelo Anthony. All right. Let me share my screen with all of you. And then we'll watch this press conference from yesterday. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we've seen at the beginning of this press conference, of the father being at this press conference, these are my words. Don't quote anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So regardless of what's going on, that was disrespectful. Disrespectful. And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course, we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today, I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit, not just as an advocate, but as a Black man, as a father, as a protector, community, and children. There are 4 critical points I must address today, and I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony family. The Karmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by Give, Send, Go. Let's be clear. The family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this, but we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false, lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, in private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Karmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative. The family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by Give, Send, Go that they could start the withdrawal process. But if anybody know about this process, they know that that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account. But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like TMZ was able to call, Give, Send, Go, everybody in the media, in these news outlets that I've never heard before, could have did the same thing. When I first called Give, Send, Go, they gave me every information that I needed. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear. This family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform. All of the funds that were raised on the GoFundMe were all fraud. All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud, okay? The family was the first to report these funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to $11,000. So a post about anything that stated that GoFundMe took everything down regarding Karmelo Anthony, that was at the request of the families and their supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe. The Next Generation Action Network is very well aware of the company's policy regarding raising funds for legal defense, okay? Since this tragedy unfolded, the Anthony family has been subject to unimaginable amount of hate, racism, threats to their safety. People have sat outside their house, sent objects delivered to their door, publicly harassed, online and in person. This is not just about Karmelo. It's about the family who dared to stand and demand justice in a return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds. But let me say this loud and clear. We are not scared. We are not moving. We will not be silent. What I've always said as the president of the Next Generation Action Network, we will never ask the oppressor for permission to liberate our people. We will not ask for permission to stand up for the rights of our children. The Next Generation Action Network has stood on both sides of the fence in ensuring that justice is served. Now, getting to the information that the Next Generation Action Network wanted to share with the public today. And I will go ahead and pass it over to the mother and once I make this statement, okay? All right. There's two more final. For the last week and a half, the Next Generation Action Network has engaged in communications with Frisco ISD to ensure that Karmelo Anthony's due process is not violated. We know that in the state of Texas, there are things that are discretionary things and decisions by the leadership of Frisco ISD, right? There are clear guidance in the state and education code regarding expulsion of a student. We have asked several times, we didn't just rush, we have had these conversations over the last several days, and we have stated that it is just outright wrong to get involved in this. Karmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities, but Karmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate, okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation, but Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Karmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation. That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say, as many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all do that research. Because as a person who is the administrator of your children, you are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. So the Next Generation Action Network, outside of the legal process, will be going through different avenues regarding to ensure that we fight for the rights of Karmelo Anthony, okay? So in the next coming days, we will be announcing to the public, we will do direct action outside of Frisco ISD administration office because this is outright wrong. You are getting involved in a process that even the legal process has asked us to respect. And we're asking you to do that same thing. You do not have to get involved in this situation. But it seems that even with us going and meeting or having conversations, they have made their mind up. And we want to make sure that the records, that we talk truth to power in regards. I wanted to lay this out to ensure, because of the sensitivity of this case, there are so many moving factors that I have to explain so that this family does not have to explain. Let me say this about the fourth, and let me repeat this so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department. The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent, I know you know this is all law, is because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, this current investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, you know we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we wanted to. Okay? We can't talk about it. So don't ask. There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So make it clear. Go back, confirm with Frisco Police Department. Go back, confirm with the district attorney. Even in the bond hearing, you didn't see a single thing said about people that was indirect. They're minors. Okay? So stop. The social media, stop. I haven't saw not one person single-handedly get this right in the public. They're minors, y'all. Just stop. We can't. Don't send another inquiry to NGAN inbox, do this, all of that. That's the reason why we felt like it was important to do this press conference today. We can't talk about it. So if you ask me, I'm just going to look at you, okay? So I'm telling the world, everybody know the state law. I'm not creating it. We can't talk about it. This family can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Nobody, unless you want to be sued. You release one of those 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds name, the law of this land tells you what was going to happen to you. Okay? So don't ask that question. Finally, in regards to this judge, I do not know Judge Angela Tucker. I've never met her, never known her, never been nowhere near her court. Don't know anything about her until we were notified that she was going to hear the writ. But the ugly attacks on her just shows Black America that no matter what you pick in the ballot box, and that is your constitutional right, it's people out here reminding us of the Black struggle in America. This woman is a registered Republican, has been for years. She put herself through school, she raised her family, she did everything. I'm a registered Democrat, proud. I'm the chair of the Dallas County Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman. And to call her leftist is just downright. The bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice. If Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he killed a Tatiana Jefferson, Karmelo Anthony can get a $250,000. If Amber Geiger can get a $200,000 bond when she kills Botham Judge in his own home, he can get a $250,000. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards, all white officers, why couldn't Karmelo Anthony be entitled? A child with no background, no criminal background, no endangerment to the community, none whatsoever, be placed on a ELM and brought home. Please help me understand. Make this make sense. It's consistency. It's consistent with practice. After this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until this trial. We will not speak to the media again after this, okay? Don't ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco ISD will be separate from the legal process, because we want to make sure that Karmelo Anthony's due process. This is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is a case that has not even been indicted. So, under the guise of Texas law, it's not even really proceeding to a trial yet, because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know. That's in the district attorney's hands, okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things, and we will not be talking about the legal process regarding this case, okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know, I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years. I am tried, tested, and proven. I'm gonna just say, I'm from Oak Cliff. Worser things have been said about me, baby. You ain't gotta inbox to me. You ain't gotta tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. I am a proven testimony standing here that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story. I'm going to bring this mother, Kayla Hayes, and it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today. And I want you guys to respect her as she reads this, and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas, searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm going to show something up of a post. You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields. Never heard of this woman. This is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives motivating this family with hate. Karmelo Anthony posted on something that shows, posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I ask, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Cal Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Cal Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back. We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody says anything. So since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm going to say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a black man in America. And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country, we have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare, even with the information I know, and plenty people can share that and all that, but we have prevented from speaking about that in these type of public forums. It will come out. They have a more than well capable attorney, and this family will go through a process of being able to get prepared for this trial. So I just say this real quick. This is our final time speaking to public and holding a press conference regarding this particular case. Now, the Next Generation Action Network will talk about Frisco ISD, but we will not do this. I will not ask this mother to do this again. The attorney will not. We won't do this again. Don't ask. We will see you at trial. Whatever venue that is, we will see you there. I stand 10 toes down supporting this family. And I want to thank all of the community leaders and people that I have seen that have came here today. Bishops and pastors and clergy, community leaders with respectability in this community. I see them today. And I want to thank them for their presence because this family needs strength right now. Thank you and God bless you.
With Google Workspace, you can send
Sis, I got to. I'm sorry, sis. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can y'all
yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
I
because
can
I'm
hear you.
over here. I am sweat. I'm so glad that I'm getting healthier. These people in the chat just piss me off so much. We had idiots in here talking about tethers, this, that, and the third. First of all, that man ain't said nothing wrong. That man is the spokesperson for the damn family. For you idiots who said it shouldn't be no press conference. Meanwhile, all over the media, social networks, and everywhere, they are demonizing this boy without their voice being heard. It's
Right.
all types of narratives and bullshit going out about this family. Meanwhile, they being terrorized. And then we got dumbasses in here. Don't be crying. That make us look bad. No, nigga, what make us look bad is uneducated rubes and morons in chat rooms worried about spokespeople. Y'all ain't had one word of empathy, sympathy, or care for what this family going through. None of you punk asses is out there helping that family. Ain't none of y'all talking about, and it's some of you goofballs from Texas. Y'all ain't standing out, standing guard, making sure that these people are okay. I'm hearing dumbasses. Oh, they chose that community. No, they chose to live in a community they wanted to live in. That don't mean they need to be harassed. It wasn't nothing that man that said was wrong. A lot of you niggas think this about you. This ain't about you, nigga. This is about that family and what they going through. That's what this about. A lot of y'all just a bunch of fuck boys who listen to Tariq and come here and regurgitate bullshit. This ain't got nothing to do with no tethers or nothing. That man didn't come out talking about forgive, forgive. The way that man spoke off the beginning, he said that the white man was disrespectful to his son's legacy for having his monkey ass there. He shouldn't have had his ass there. Hey, and I agree with him. He said, hey, why in the hell y'all ain't act like this when it came to Kyle Rittenhouse and all these other white boys who did the exact same thing? And I agree with him. He ain't run from his blackness. I agree with him. Y'all just being assholes right now. And don't nobody got time for it. I'm trying to figure out how they talking about canceling the Board of Education when there's so many uneducated morons on the internet. I'm disgusted. So who raised you Negroes?
Mhm. Yeah. I was focused on the press conference. I think that's what everybody should have been focused on. That was the whole purpose in showing it. So you can see these people had the right to come forward. They are being harassed. Their lives are being threatened. So I don't know who believes they should not speak up. So you supposed to get ran down on and never speak up and raise your voice? I agree with everything they did. They had every right to have this press conference and speak their side of things. So,
Exactly. Yeah. I was trying to listen to it, but then when I start saying the chat room being overrun by morons, and then I'm like, okay, they keep calling. He must gonna say something out of pocket or off code. Man, that man was more on code than have you goofballs in the chat room that was talking about him. That man ain't said nothing off code. That man stuck to the script. We need more people that's gonna speak up to these Peckerwoods. And then he was giving you the reason why. Look, you can't talk about it because we was just talking about that when we was like, why can't they show the video? Because of state law. Why can't they talk about
because
who the witness?
right, everybody in the video were minors. That's why
Right.
they're not going to show you the video. Everybody was minors.
They could get their ass sued and jeopardize losing the case, doing some dumb shit, being emotional, listening to you morons. Look, I'm gonna need for people who had trouble passing the 6th grade to lead the smart stuff to the smart people. Lisa, I'm gonna let you finish cooking because I got to finish up at work. But I am just disgusted at what the hell I just saw. And thank you for putting this press conference out. I love what this brother said. And if anybody got any problem with it, you got a problem with yourself. You Negroes need to go somewhere and read. LVZ, love you, sis.
Too. All right, y'all. So the family wanted to put this press conference out because they were being threatened. There were a lot of lies out there with them saying that they were using the give, send, go money to buy a house and buy a car. And in reality, they never touched that money. They didn't even try to withdraw the money. It was not withdrawn. They didn't touch it. But rumors were all over the place talking about they're using the money not for his defense, but for their own pleasure. And that was a lie. So look, Austin Metcalf father showing up, to me, that was pretty lame for him to do that. If he wants to be seen, why don't he organize his own press conference? He got the opportunity to do the same thing. He can put together his own press conference and speak his piece. That's all he had to do. He didn't have to show up there and try to intimidate that couple. So that's how I see it. If they can put together a press conference, he could have done the same if he felt like he wanted to be heard. So I definitely did not agree with that either. I think that was something somebody put in his head to do. Before he was all apologetic and saying, I forgive you, he went from that to trying to show up and intimidate these folks. So you can tell these white supremacists have been all up in his ear. You can tell. So I'm glad they did this. And I'm glad when they ended the press conference, they said, we're not going to do this again. And that is exactly right. So now they already told the media, don't come to us for names because these are all underage kids. So don't write us asking about names and who people are. So look, they did what they had to do. I have respect for this family. And I think if anybody is being dragged and lied on by the public, you got every right to speak your piece. And I'm glad they did it. Silence. So let's say they were going to be silent. So if they're silent, then the more rampant the rumors get. I feel for this family. They have been through a lot. They even had to relocate when this whole thing happened. But I believe they're around the same vicinity, just in a different location. Look, Amber Geiger, remember she disappeared the whole time and nobody would disclose where she was until the trial? Why can't they have that same respect? They should be able to have that same respect without in fear of somebody harming them. So, y'all, I hope this family, I know they got over $500,000. I hope that doubles and even triples. I wish nothing but healing and peace for this family. Because this is going to be a tough time until this goes to trial, and even during the trial, it's going to be tough on them then. It probably won't get better until this whole ordeal is over. But I support this family. And I support anybody that is in a situation where you have to defend yourself at all costs. Karmelo did not go up to that stadium looking to harm anyone, but the circumstances that happened that day, he was in a position to either be harmed or defend himself, and he chose to defend himself, and I commend him for it. Defending yourself is a human right. There is no group of people on this planet that can look at you as a melanated man, woman, or child and tell you not to defend yourself. And if you are in a situation, and let's say that's a teacher or a coach or anybody, and they tell you that, you sue that person. Sue them. Because they have no right to tell you that. But the reason why these folks are carrying on online is because they got these crazy ideas up in their head that if you are a Black person, you're supposed to just let them run down on you, beat you down, and kill you if that's what they feel like doing. Well, we ain't got those ideas, nor will we ever live by those ideas. Plain and simple. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you for being here. Again, thank you for Animal Advocate for the 20-month membership. Thank you for this coverage. There's a lot of false information on this case. I know you will give the truth. Yes, there is. There is. And I'm real happy to see many of our people are using their platforms to speak out against this particular case. And please continue to do so. Angela Patterson, thank you. Let justice prevail for Karmelo Anthony. Monica Gregory, thank you for the super sticker. LVZ, he was upset. So he was talking about the people in the chat. But I thank him for his super chats. And Angela Patterson, thank you for your super chat. There is a hidden agenda behind giving this case national attention when there are other cases that are the same. Right, there is. But here's the difference. I think the reason why this one is getting so much attention is because this happened at a sporting event. And on top of that, Austin Metcalf, he was unalived right there at the stadium. And because of the nature and the way this whole thing came out, that's why it's getting plenty more attention where the other ones probably aren't. But you can't blow up every story in America. You would never get anything done. So LVZ also gave another, and you idiots are talking about some tether with no words of support or empathy for this poor family. Y'all suck. And his other one, moron, this man is speaking on behalf of the family. Why is he the problem? Well, he's not the problem, not in my opinion. He didn't go against the family or agree with the cops or agree with Austin Metcalf's family. He really did stay on code for real. Andre Toppin Jr., thank you for the super chat. Prayers up for Karmelo and his family. I applaud him for standing his ground. Yes. And we all have the right to do that, despite the fact this country wants us to just take any crap they dish out. We're supposed to just sit around and take it. And we have evolved over the centuries. And what might have happened centuries ago or even 50 years ago, you're not going to see that kind of stuff anymore. We're in a whole different time and place. And people are not going to sit around and get beat down to make some white person happy. It is just not going to happen. So, y'all, let's just walk away from this whole thing and support this family. Support this family. Because they're going to need everybody's support and prayers. And until this trial happens, it is going to be rough on them. So we'll be back again on a different topic, y'all. Shalom, family.